Good morning, beautiful people. Today I'm going to talk with you about purpose, one of the biggest secrets to getting healthy, loved, and successful. My name is Luke. For those of you who do not know me, I coach executives to get fit and loved while making money. And purpose for me has been key to getting into my best body and life, right? And the crazy thing is, research backs this up. People that have purpose, that are living their dream, not just talking about it, actually have increased rates of improved immunity, decreased rates of inflammation. Also, if you have purpose, you're less dependent on likes, on loves, on views when you post things, right? Because you're posting it with a bigger meaning behind that, right? So I'm gonna give you some steps today to find your purpose, but also to push through the struggle, which is the last step before winning, right? Before hitting your fitness goals, before calling in true love, right? And I know in my own story, like if you look at my pictures from the past when I was struggling with being comfortable in my own skin, with my health, with anxiety, I was not in my purpose, right? I was working a job that was not aligned with my skills as someone who is quirky and creative, right? I was not in the right city, right? Location matters. I was not dating the right people, and also I was not dating myself, baby. I didn't know who I was. So that brings us to the first step for purpose, and that's actually learning about yourself, finding out what the hell you like, right? And so for me, through moving here to San Diego, and also through exploring what makes me happy, I found that I love yoga, like I love fitness, I love getting into the great outdoors, like what I'm doing right now. I just went and saw one of my clients who is in their 80s, and she is killing it, right? She's doing all the workouts and getting better and better, and these things light me up. So as important as you are learning about yourself to find your purpose, that you journal and you discover like what lit you up when you were a kid, right? What would you do if money and time were not an issue? I know for me it was about looking back in my past when I was a childhood gymnast, when I was an actor. Those are the things that made me so very happy, right? And it was also about experimenting, right? So that's the next step. Going on and on, the step before winning is actually struggling, right? So when you are in your purpose, when you're doing what feels good, whether it is exercise, it's your career, it's your hobby, oftentimes you struggle right before you make that big break. You win and you call in those clients and you meet the one, right? You meet one of the multiple soulmates that's roaming this earth that's a good match for you, right? And when this happens, it all comes together. But it's important to keep in mind, winning is just 0.01% of the entire process. So as we talk about more when you're with me, focusing on the process is actually the key to success, right? So enjoying every moment. And just like, you know, we were talking about in the program, you getting married, that's a very small part of all the years that you were dating someone. The same goes with you getting that dream job, you calling in those clients, right? It's about, what's the point of all of this if we're not having fun, right? I work with multiple executives and CEOs, and one of my clients actually said that the other day, where she was like, what's the point of this if I'm not enjoying the process? So I invite you to do at least one thing every day that brings a smile to your face, regardless. And also, if you desire to feel so good, to call in all these things and so much more while enjoying the process, I just wanted to invite you to join our amazing community during Love Session on Friday at noon. I'm offering it to y'all from the bottom of my heart for free. And we're gonna go deeper into this self-venture, right? Where you find out what lights you up. And then also we're gonna connect with each other authentically, one-on-one, rather than just it being like a live or a post, all right? So if you're interested, just comment below and I'll send y'all the link to join us for Love Session. And I would also love to know, as a follow-up, what is one thing that brings a smile to your face? How are you inviting purpose to your life in order to get healthy, loved, and successful sooner? Sending y'all good vibes only. I'm so happy to be back here in San Diego. I'm in Coronado right now. Like I said, just saw one of my clients, and I'm feeling very high vibes since I poured myself. I gave myself the gift of time, the gift of reflection, which is so important before you take action. Love y'all, sending you purpose and love. And if nothing else, it's important to decide also before I leave where you're going, right? It's kind of like we're flying around in a plane and you need to decide where you want to land. And that's why it's important to write what's called a visualization script for what you want a year from today, okay? And studies show that it's 90% more likely to happen if you write it down. Otherwise, you could be like many Americans, the 70% of Americans that are not satisfied and happy, that are working really, really, really hard, but haven't decided where they want to go, right? And that's why it's so good to have a second pair of eyes, to have a community, to have someone who is rooting for you by your side, like yours truly, someone out there that vibes with you, sending y'all good vibes as you write your visualization script, as you decide where you want to go. Love ya, with purpose, peace, health, and happiness. And if you are in a relationship, it's important to adjust your relationship to address dharma imbalance, right? And we go deeper into this in the program. So if there is imbalance with you and your partner, it's important to address this so that there's no resentment. You're both helping each other in your purposes, and your purpose actually comes before your partner so that you can be your best self. All right. Love to hear your biggest takeaway in the comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day, y'all. Happy hump day. Bye-bye. See you on Friday at noon. Cheers.